Yusek Adriano. So there's a question here from the other chair. Do we take it to mean that there's been an initial recommendation or at least an executive order to the effect that kerosene and LPG excise tax will be suspended, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So do we take it to mean that the DBCC as well as the Uplift Committee is continuing to consider the suspension of diesel as well as gasoline?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, in our recommendation, it includes a monthly review of the policy. So for now, we started with LPG and kerosene plus the fuel discounts, but there will be a monthly review done by the DBCC to review technically the policy on the reduction or suspension of excise taxes.
That's too late. That's too late. Meaning you need to continue evaluating even on a weekly basis, so we will see.
Yes.
So the question I ask is that, is it actually possible for the executive to consider these suspensions over the next few days? Meaning, sarado na ba yung pinto? Yan ang tanong ko dyan.
No, Mr. Chair. Actually, the ETB level will be meeting almost weekly. The ETB of the DBCC, it's the technical board. We will be meeting almost weekly or bi-weekly. But in terms of basically to assess the situation and if there is a need to actually revise the policy. So may weekly meeting po kami. Ang sinasabi lang dun sa recommendation is that there is a review, constant review of this policy. So hindi po closed doors yung suspension or reduction for diesel and gasoline.
Deputy Speaker Benitez?
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to ask a question. I'm sure dun sa discussion nyo, binibigay yung reason kung bakit nila ayaw isama yung ibang fuel. Would I know what is the reason behind this? At nilimit lang sa LPG at saka kerosene?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So if I may clarify lang the recommendation of the DBCC. So let's start muna first with the LPG and kerosene, the rationale behind it. So we've used several data. So for instance, we've used the Department of Energy data on who are the major users for LPG and kerosene. For instance, for kerosene, 71% of the consumption of kerosene is coming from the household, then followed by industry at 29%. Now, in the kerosene consumption for household, we use naman the Family Income Expenditure Survey, which is a survey done by the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA. For instance, for kerosene, we found that in the households, almost 50% of kerosene consumption is coming from the bottom 30th decile. Ito po yung poorest of the poor. Kaya po kapag tinanggal mo yung excise tax on kerosene, it's really a direct subsidy to the poorest of the poor, particularly for kerosene. Now for LPG po, based on Department of Energy data, 65.5% of consumption of LPG is for household, followed by services at 25%, and then industry at 9%. Dun po sa household, if you take a look again at Family Income Expenditure Survey, around 56% of the consumption of LPG of household is coming from the bottom 7 deciles. Ibig sabihin, ito yung poorest to the poor to the middle income class. Yun po yung major users of LPG. Kaya po sinuspend ang recommendation po ng DBCC to suspend the excise tax on LPG because again, it's direct subsidy to household, particularly the vulnerable groups. Now, with regards po to diesel and gasoline, why the DBC did not recommend any reduction or suspension, for diesel po, using again the data of DOE, the major user of diesel is definitely the transport sector at 66.4%. Now, in the transport sector, nandun din po yung consumption of households. Dun sa consumption of household using the FIS data again, or Family Income Expenditure Survey, 85% of diesel consumption is coming from the 3 richest decile. Ito po yung 8th to 10th decile. So majority po ng consumption ng diesel is coming from the richest decile. And hence, when you actually suspend the excise tax on diesel, ang pinakamakikinabang po nito are those 3 richest decile. Now, with regards to
Can you,
gasoline,
can you repeat that? Can you repeat? So you said, based on the consumption survey,
family income
mamaya na
expenditure.
yung FICE, yung isa muna, yung 63%. Yung sinabi mo, 63% is used by the public transport sector.
66.4% is transport sector. Tapos within that, kasama na po yung lahat ng public.
What is outside of the transport sector?
Outside the transport
What
sector,
are-
the next one is services at 17.4%,
Okay.
and then industry at 10.2%.
What does that mean kung 17% na services?
So,
In reality, ano yun? Bigyan mo ng muka.
in terms of thousands of barrels po, for instance, sa
No,
service,
sino yung mga yan?
ito po yung mga restaurants, logistics, if ever, they have their own logistics. So yun po yung sa services. Sa industry, ito po yung, kuwari, yung mga tractors ng industry. For instance, if you're extractive industry, yung malalaking trucks, yung for the construction as well.
What are the other sectors?
Then, the next one is power generation, more or less only 4.5%. Agriculture at 1.5%.
So did you disaggregate from each of those sectors? Agri, industry, services? Tinignan nyo dyan yung which decile is the biggest consumer?
So for the decile, it's only for the household. Kaya po, when we say, so major po is transport sector, which is at 66.4%. And within that transport sector, nandun din po yung consumption of households. And then nandun din po yung consumption ng mga public utility vehicles po natin. That's why when we recommended the fuel discounts, kasi major user nga po yung ating public utility vehicle, yung fuel discount po natin is for the transport sector. Now, with regards to the household naman po, which is part of the consumption of the transport, makikita po natin based on the family.
Ilang percent ang household doon?
Sir, yun po yung hindi namin ma-identify.
Yan ang problema. Yan, problema yan eh. You say 66% is transport. Pero hindi nyo na-disaggregate alin ang public, alin ang private. Because we have a different data there on how you use the FICE. What did you use in terms of... Go ahead, sige, tuloy mo muna.
Yes, sir. So, yun po yung sa diesel. Now, with regards to gasoline po, based on the Department of Energy data, it's technically the transport sector ang major consumer. It's at 99.9% in 2024. Now, in the transport sector, again, I would like to clarify, there is what we call the retail outlet transport and the commercial road transport. Ang household consumption po dito is in the retail outlet transport. Ang share po ng retail outlet transport is around 40.6%. Now, if you take a look at household consumption using the Family Income Expenditure Survey, the share of the three richest decile for gasoline is almost at 50%. So again, similar story with diesel. If you remove the excise tax on gasoline, ang makikinabang po nito mostly will be on the three richest decile. So yun po yung basis ng recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, what is DSI? What are you saying? The richest, can you repeat that? What is you're saying the richest?
Just decile. Decile. Decile.
So the
Decile is what?
Kong Rufus, so you just explain that the decile system is a way by which you divide the population by 10. The top 10%, the top 20, the top 30, 40, 50, 60, and then up to the lowest decile, which is the first decile. Correct?
Yes po. So in the Family Income Expenditure Survey, the household are divided into 10 deciles. So the first decile is the poorest of the poor. Yun po yung pinaka-poorest. And the 10th decile, yun po yung pinaka-mayayaman. So ang sinasabi ko po, when I say 8th to 10th decile, ito na po yung considered as one of the richest in terms of family household income. At ang kanila pong shares to total consumption for gasoline is almost at 50%. So when you remove the excise tax on gasoline, and in the case for diesel, na 85% po yung share ng 3 richest decile na yon, ang pinakamay kinabang po nito is actually those 3 richest decile. So yun po yung rationale ng recommendation ng DBCC, and that's why in the recommendation of the DBCC, we added that fuel discounts on 10 peso per liter for the transport sector or for the public utility vehicle, for the public utility transport. Yun po yun, no? And at the same time, I would like to note that, again, ang diesel po na excise is only 6 pesos per liter. Ang binibigay po naming discount, ang napag-decidean right now, is already at 10 pesos per liter. So the discount right now is greater than when we suspend the excise tax on diesel, which is only at 6 pesos per liter. So in effect, the recommendation of the DBCC is targeted subsidies po. When I mention targeted subsidy, again, for LPG and kerosene, we are targeting the lower to middle income classes. In terms for the diesel, yung fuel discount, we're targeting the most vulnerable or most affected by this rising fuel cost, which is the transport sector po.
Mr. Chair, with your permission, Yusek Adriano, how much did you predict losses would be on a daily basis in the assumption that you did suspend excise tax on fuel? Weekly basis.
Mr. Chair, excise tax fuel on all?
Diesel and gasoline.
Mr. Chair, I'll just take a look at the numbers. So we have here data for 3 months. We can just divide it into number of days. So assuming, sir, that the Dubai crude oil price in USD per barrel is 100, the losses will be around more or less 38 to 39 billion in 3 months. This is for diesel and gasoline.
So that's a 3-month.
3-month period.
Tama, Yusek? So
Tama
3
po.
months divided by, so on a monthly basis, that's about 10 billion, tama?
Divided by
13
30.
13 billion.
So